So ordered.
Calendar item number 8, hearing called as ordered on the application of Mario Zapage, 791 Broadway, Revere, Mass., requesting a special permit from the Revere City Council to enable the appellant to construct 2 townhouse dwellings at 661 Washington Ave.
Proponents. Counselor.
Mr. President, good evening, and members of the Revere City Council. James Cipolletta, and I'm the attorney for Mario Zapage, who's here with me. He's the principal in Zapage Development. We have before you an application for a special permit to construct 2 two-unit townhouses on 9,410 square feet of land at the corner of Washington Avenue and Park Avenue. The plans that you have before you show 2 side-by-side townhouses, which are not, they're staggered as to setbacks from the front of the property line along the public way, so as to eliminate this sort of monolithic look of townhouses that you may see in other cities or other parts of the town. It's a safer and a more appeasing look. Townhouses are allowed in the RB district. This is RB zoned. Currently, there's a 2-family house, used to be a 2-family house till it got burned. That's going to be removed, and in its place, 2 of these townhouse units, which will be side by side. They're appropriately spaced. They're safely laid out. The setbacks do need some very minor relief from the Zoning Board of Appeals, who we will be visiting later on in this month. It would be a much safer build, because these townhouses would have to comply with all of the current codes: building code, health code, electrical code, Board of Health, and so on, rather than rebuilding what is now standing or has been mostly destroyed. The buildings, as you see from the plans you have in front of you, fit well on the lot. It gives enough light, air, open space, and setback. We anticipate that we will be successful at the Zoning Board of Appeals to obtain their dimensional regulation relief, and that would be in a couple of weeks. Any questions? Mario's here. He wants me to let you know that these are very similar to the ones that he built on Revere Street, which sold out in less than 2 weeks.
We got to go through the public hearing, so
right.
we'll call for proponents and opponents and then councilors. Any other proponents? People in favor of this project? Hearing and seeing
Chairman,
none.
there is a letter on file from Jeannie Serino, 54 Carlson, in favor.
Okay. We'll close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? People against? Hearing and seeing none, we'll close that side of the hearing. Councilor Giannino.
Thank you. I haven't received any phone calls from the neighbors or abutters, either positive or negative, about the city yet. I looked at the plans on it, and I think it kind of fits the neighborhood, the 2 duplexes, and it's going to look pretty good when they finish, I think. I'm in support of it.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Silvestri.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This will be coming to zoning, but in Mrs. Serino's letter supporting the project, she did mention something regarding the driveway. She thought the driveway could have been changed. Did you see that? I'm sorry, can you just...
Yes, on the plans, one of the townhouses have the entrance from the church from the other side of the street. And doesn't have a garage, has a double parking spots. That's the reason 3 of them has a garage and 1 has a parking. Each of them has 2 parking spots, though.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Councilor McKenna.
Thank you, Mr. President. My only concern is we've had problems on Sargent Street and Washington Street. We've had cars go through the fences. There's a corner house there, and to make the turn on Sargent Street, and Chris knows this, we had to put bollards.
Yes,
So
we can do that.
yeah, so I mean, the car's been through this poor woman's fence 3 times, 3 different cars.
We can have
So
them
we
have us.
need some barrier there on the corner, because it is taking up some of that corner. So, thank you.
These are some of the things that can be worked out in zoning. Council Mercurio.
Thank you, Council President. I'm a little concerned about this last townhouse being so close to the curvature. Our zoning calls for a driveway cannot be within 20 feet of the curvature of the road. Number two, this is one of the busiest intersections in Revere without a light. So my problem with this whole development is that when the cars back out, they're backing into the curvature of the roadway. I mean, I'm all for I'm pro-development by all means, but I think putting this last townhouse is not going to work. I would be happy with 3, but the way this third one sits, or the first one, I don't know how they're numbered here. It's within, and I know we're not zoning here, but I can't be in favor of this, to be honest with you, because like I said, it's one of the busiest intersections in Revere that doesn't have a light. Thank you, Mr. President. I don't know if you can respond to that.
Thank you, Council. These are things that can be worked on. If you want to respond to that, you can respond.
Only that is one of the issues that the Zoning Board of Appeals is going to deal with.
Council Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. President. Councilor Mercurio kind of stole my thunder, but before I give just a brief remarks, could I, Madam Clerk, have could we have the letter from Mrs. Serino read into the record, please?
Go ahead. Read it in, please.
From Jean Serino, 54 Carlson Ave. I submit this letter as the former property owner of 661 Washington Ave, along with my late husband, Richard. I have seen the proposal, and on its face, it looks to be a good use of the land, and I feel it will fit in nicely with the neighborhood. I also have seen some of the applicants' other projects and feel they complement their neighborhoods. So in this respect, I'm a proponent of the project. However, there was one aspect of the proposal I feel a responsibility to address, and that's the proposed new driveway on Washington Ave. I've seen traffic increase over the 30 years I've lived at this house, lived at this address. The intersection of Washington Ave and Malden Street has had its share of accidents, to the point where stop signs and a blinking red light have been added to both directions of Washington Ave traffic to go along with the stop signs for Malden Street drivers entering Washington Avenue. Guardrails have also been added in front of 2 Washington Avenue properties, including the project's direct abutter. Cars have jumped the intersection island and caused property damage, including to my own yard. Taking my firsthand experiences into account, the proposed new driveway on the Washington Ave side of the property should be given more thought from a safety standpoint. Not every car from Malden Street comes to a full stop at their stop sign before accelerating onto Washington Avenue. And in my opinion, anyone entering or exiting that new driveway is at serious risk of an accident. I understand that since I no longer live there, it ought to be the will of the direct and indirect butters of the property and the council to decide what's best for the neighborhood. It's my wish that the proposed project works for everyone. Jean Serino, 54 Carlson Ave.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Go ahead. Council
Thank
Kelly.
you. So I have basically the same concerns that Councilor Mercurio spoke about. We have a 9,400 square foot lot. Generally, we need 3,000 square feet of land per unit. So we're a little short there. But that's not my main concern, because generally I want to support townhouses. I think single families and townhouses, I'm a proponent of them. They can put people on a path to homeownership and build stability and wealth. So I generally want to support townhouses. But this one, because of specifically where it's located in this intersection, causes me to pause, only because of the driveway and the dangerousness of that and the congestion of that particular intersection. If this was on further down Washington Ave on the straight strip, I probably wouldn't have an issue with it at all. It's just because of this particular location, the location of the driveway, the curvature, all of those things pose safety concerns for me. The other thing is just the other relief that you'll need from the ZBA regarding the setback. I understand that one of the abutters there that will be affected by the reduction in the setback has an in-ground pool. So I don't know how they'd feel about it. And in order for me to, I don't know if you directly spoke to them. I know that notification's given, but sometimes as a counselor, I hear a lot from constituents that they don't receive notice. So in order for me to vote on this, I would rather know that they definitely know about this property line aspect. So in light of all that, I'm not saying no to townhouses, but I think maybe 3 townhouses with some type of a shared driveway, maybe on Washington, on Malden, where the driveway is now, would be maybe a better compromise. So maybe something could be worked out. I don't think the only other option is to rebuild what's there. We could have other options rather than just 4 townhouses or to build what's there. Maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle, so.
So financially, 3 of them are not going to make sense. That's the problem.
That was a business decision on your part, though.
I
It's
know.
not, it's.
We can
No, I
work this out.
understand. If you like
We can work this out
townhouses,
in
now you
zoning.
want us to
We're
build
not gonna,
townhouses.
we're not gonna litigate this project tonight. Councilor Guarino Sawaya.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mrs. Lepage, you built the other townhouses, right? 9 of them?
Yes.
How many new owners purchased them? Are they all sold or
All sold in a couple of weeks, all 9 of them.
all 9 of them sold right away?
Yeah.
My question, I like this project, to be honest with you. I think it complements the character of the neighborhood. And I think it keeps the aesthetics of the neighborhood the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I like the project. Thank you.
Councilor Cogliandro.
Thank you, Mr. President. That's what I was going to ask, is you built the townhouses over the old Sons of Italy. Are these going to be the same style?
Same style,
exact style?
same style.
2 beds, 2 baths, 2 parking
Same
spots?
style, same
And
style.
currently, the property that's there, how many units were in that property?
They were like, I believe, it was like 2 family, but almost 4 units, 2 were illegal, I guess.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
you know,
Okay, Councilor Gentile.
Thank you, Mr. President. I looked over the plans. I don't see a problem with them. I think it fits into the aesthetics of the neighborhood. I like townhouses, and I think it'll add to the neighborhood. And I always defer to the ward councilor. The ward councilor is happy with the project. He represents the area. I don't see any opposition here to this, so I'm in favor of the project. Thank you.
This is going to zoning.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Angela, take over here.